Okay, everybody, welcome. This is Vincent St. Louis. This is our weekly team, EXP team conference call. Every week we go over tips and tricks and just information about building your business, whether it's real estate, recruiting, expansion specialist, whatever it is that is important to you with the effect of EXP Realty. And in reality, a lot of the stuff that I share on here has to play with every area of our lives. If we're not growing, we're dying. If we're not progressing, we're going backwards. Nothing stands still. Everything moves in some way, shape, or form. Over there in Benicia area, they call it the graveyard, the ship graveyard. Even those ships that's sitting out there in the Delta that are just sitting there, they're not just sitting there. They're continuing to deteriorate by just sitting there. And so us as well, life as well, if we don't continue to move and to progress, then we're not just sitting still. We're actually digressing. So a lot of the stuff that I share with you guys can be used in a lot of different areas of our life. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but over 100 people a day are joining EXP, which is going to lead me to my topic that I want to share it with you guys about is the vision of abundance or lack. And I know for me, when I first got into real estate, and all these real estate agents are everywhere, and these top producers, people like Brent, Tom Dave, Sean Wirt, Marguerite Crispillo, all these top producers in the Sacramento area, and you can transpire that to your area. And I'm thinking, there's no way, how could I get a deal? How could I compete with those guys? Why would somebody hire me as opposed to that person? And the same thing goes true with recruiting. You're like, man, 100 people a day are joining. We are going to run out of people. Why would somebody choose me as their sponsor as opposed to XYZ person? And the reality is we're thinking lack thereof. And so I want to kind of elaborate on this, the fact that life is about living. Life is about advancing. Everything in life is advancing to a certain degree. You drop a seed in the ground, that seed instantly starts to live life to its fullest potential by taking root, growing into a tree or grass or whatever. And so life is continuing to grow and to give birth to new growth. Give you an example. A tree, let's say in Oregon, that maybe gets cut down and then cut into boards and turned into lumber to build a house. Now the sawdust from that lumber goes on the ground and creates life, creates more dirt. And then that lumber then gets built into a barn in the middle of Michigan or Lake Okeechobee, Florida, or Texas or wherever, and then 100-something years ago that barn was built, and then now that barn, have you ever seen a barn that's falling down, is dilapidated, and it's turning, that is going back to the dirt. It's creating new dirt, new life for bugs and trees and stuff like that. So life is always progressing, everything in life. And we also, as human beings, we have to be progressing. We have to be constantly moving. And so I want to read something to you guys, as I normally do. And sorry, I don't read that well, but it doesn't stop me from trying and doing my best because I think it's important. Let me see, what was I going to read? I had it right here. Intelligence is under the same necessity for continuous increase. Every thought we think makes it necessary for us to think another thought. Consciousness is continually expanding. Every fact we learn leads to us to learning a new fact. Knowledge is continually increasing. Every talent we cultivate brings to the mind the desire to cultivate another talent. We are subject to the urge of life, seeking expression, whichever drives us on to know more, to do more, and to be more. In order to know more, do more, and be more, we must have more. We must have things to use for us to learn and to do and to become. Only by using things we must get rich, as that is can be life as living more. So we got to continually to grow more. Life, everything in life is continuing to grow. Give an example. So I'm redoing my front yard, and I did it about 15 years ago. And I had somebody come in there with a bobcat, and they leveled off my front yard. But when I mow my grass with a mulching mower. So I do not bag my grass and throw it away. So I was noticing the other day, my dirt, the level of the grass, the dirt in my front yard is now almost 2 inches above the driveway and the sidewalk. When I had it done, I had them scrape everything level. And it's just the compounding of the leaves from the trees, the grass that I'm mulching, everything is creating new dirt, new substance. Life, when God created the earth, he did not finish because he ran out of substance to create. He finished that project of creating life and earth, but everything that he's created is continuing to create more. There is substance out there to create more. And so what I'm leaning towards to get you to understand is there is abundance in everything. It's just your way of thinking about it. If you've never sold real estate to this day and you decide you're going to go out there and sell real estate, I guarantee you there's no possible way you cannot not find a client that will hire you to sell real estate. You just have to go out there and progress yourself. You get some agents that are brand new, and they have this zest for life, and they just know they're going to conquer this mountain in front of them to competing with all these other agents, and they have the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of abundance, the attitude of I'm going to get mine because it's due me. It's due you by the substance, by God, by the environment. It's due you. It's yours already. You just have to go get it. And so sometimes these agents, they come into play, and they just go out there and they know they're going to find the deals, and they do. And then you've got other agents that are like, I don't know, and 5 years down the road they've done 3 deals, but yet they really want to do more. But their attitude is not conducive with attracting abundance to them. And so they're not moving forward to it. And so in the same thing, and I do it, and I know everybody, if you can hear my voice, I'm absolutely positive that you have had a doubt in your mind that you will be able to attract agents to join you. I know Leanne has, because I've had the conversations with her. And I had the conversation with her when she said, I almost quit. And then they just started attracting to her. So we, all of us, have this doubt in our mind. 100 people a day are joining EXP. We're going to run out of agents. That's not possible because things change in people's lives. Things grow and die and multiply and subtract in everybody's life, and people have different decisions, different situations. I heard Rob Flick and Gene Frederick one time talking about the fact in 5 years from now, 5 to 10 years from now, 80% of all real estate transactions are going to be from people that aren't even licensed today, meaning these are new agents that come in. How many times have you met an agent that's been in real estate for a year or two, and they're doing 15, 20, 30 deals a year? And then you talk to somebody that's been in real estate for 20 years, and they do 1 a year. And a lot of times it's just because they don't want to do it anymore. They're burned out. But a lot of times it's attitude of I have abundance. There's people out there that I'm going to work hard enough to get it. Because at the beginning we get excited and we work hard. And then sometimes that doesn't transpire into the right expectations from us. And what happens to us? We bring our activity down to meet the vision that we have. It's harder. It's very easy mentally to think in the negative and to think in the lack. It takes massive effort to constantly think in the positive and without looking at the physical, meaning I'm seeing what I have right now, but my desires, my wants, my needs, and my desires are something greater than that. But you have to have, so having faith that that what you want is going to transpire irrelevant to the position, the physical that you physically see right now. You have to get beyond that, and you have to continue to move. So we get this thought of, man, we're just going to run out of agents. But I'm telling you, it doesn't work that way. I got a call from a lady, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I'm in the garage, I'm doing some work, and I get a phone call from the Stockton, California area, and I pick up the phone, and it's like, hey, this is Emily, a blast from the past. I'm like, Emily, where does that name sound familiar, and blah, blah, blah. And I started thinking, and we get to talking. I followed up with her. I looked, but she went back. She said, I can't. She texted me the next day. She said, I cannot believe we've been talking since 2017. 2017. I talked to her in November, a month after I joined EXP. I talked to her about EXP, and I've been following up with her periodically for almost 3 years. And I have not talked to her physically in over a year and a half. And all of a sudden, she calls me, and she says, hey, I think I'm ready for change. I'm finally ready to make the jump. I told myself if I was ever going to join EXP, I was going to join it with you. See what I'm saying? Stuff happens. You expect it. And this goes back to my belief that I've been sharing with you guys for the last couple of months about your mental. I've changed. I told you guys, and I admitted that I got into this funk, this depression back about May or June, and I was just like, woe is me. This is not working. And all I did was kill 2.5 years of momentum, of the substance out there, the substance that God created the earth from. All the substance was lining up the certain things to get the people, the things that I'm moving forward to, lining these things up, the situation, somebody's going to move here, something's going to happen here. It was lining these things up for me to receive the gift, the blessing that was already due me, and all I did was kill it. All I did was put it off and start. The negativity started. So positive and negative, they both move things away from or towards you. If a seed falls in the ground and it's got good soil and good water, it's going to grow. But the negativity, if you ever listen to Zig Ziglar, talks about, and it's in the Bible as well. Oh, speaking of that, talk about abundance. Even in the parable of the talents, the one that created more got more. This is not just something that Vince is sharing with you. These are the laws of the universe, of God's laws. And so in the parable of the seed that falls on the ground and lands in shallow ground, and that seed starts to take root, but then it slowly dies. And some of the seeds, the birds get them. And these are the negativity of your mind that's killing these seeds that are planted in there from birth. Your gifts, your blessings that are given to you at birth. These are things that the desires in your heart, the desires of your gut, the desires of your need. The birds out there, they have desires to fill their belly and to feed their babies, and they go out there and they know that they're going to find seed, food, worms, whatever it is they eat and they feed their family with. They know that they're going to find it. The hawk, you see an eagle or a hawk up there, it's not up there wondering, man, there's just no more agents out there for me to recruit. They don't want me to eat them. They don't. It's just not. It's not flying. It knows all it's doing is it's searching because it knows it has to live. It knows that it's out there. That sooner or later it's going to find that other bird or that squirrel or that worm or whatever at the wrong place at the right time, and they're going to get it and they're going to feed their family. And the same holds true to you and me, you and I, whatever. Anyway, the same holds true. It's all in how we perceive things. So I don't care where you are in life. Maybe you're going through hell right now. Maybe you're in a bad place in yourself. You need to change your thought pattern. I love that song that says, when you're going through hell, keep on going, for the devil knows you're there. That's the only way to get through stuff, is to go through stuff. And we all go through stuff. That's one of the hardest parts of being a parent and being a grandparent, is your children and your grandkids are going to go through stuff, and you're scared crazy for them. How are they going to deal with it? Are they going to be strong enough? Are they going to be strong-willed enough? Are they going to get through it? How bad is it going to be? We worry about our kids and our family because we've been through stuff. But if you look back, I posted a thing on Facebook. It shows Kermit the Frog sitting on a beach, and he's looking out over the ocean. He says, wow, have you ever looked back at all the shit that you've been through and just wonder at all that you're still here? Excuse my French, but it's true. And so the progression of you chasing after your God-given gift, your God-given right, your blessings that he has in abundance for you, because he wants us to have the clothes and the jewels of Solomon himself. So these things are already ordained for you. And you're going towards them and expecting them and having what you have with gratitude and gratitude for what's coming your way, and your progression moving towards it is going to line up the people that maybe heard about EXP from someone else years ago, and then you're the one that talks to them. I talked to somebody just the other day that said, hey, I heard about EXP over a year ago. I didn't really like the person that shared it with me. I just didn't mesh with that person, but I'm interested in EXP. Let's have the conversation. Now, I don't know if this person is going to be attracted to me or not, but that's what happens. That's what happens as you go out there and you progress and you move forward, and some of the seed that you plant will land on fertile ground and get enough water, and they will produce, and you'll be there to receive it. So I guess to encapsulate everything is everything in the world is meant to advance in life. Everything. And everything that you do advances you in life. Like it said when I read that is if you learn something, you say something, you have a conversation, that changes everything about you. When a leaf, I've got a big, huge fruitless mulberry in my backyard. It's just constantly right now, it's just like falling leaves. It'll happen for 2 months almost. There's hundreds of thousands of leaves, and these leaves, they land on the ground and they change the ground. The ground is not the same. It gets some of it decomposes, the worms eat it, and it turns into more dirt. Some of it's going to create shelter for a bug, or a bird will pick it up and turn it into a nest. Whatever. Life is progressing all the time. And so as you learn and you grow and as you move forward towards your dreams and goals, you are changing as well. You are progressing. Being on these calls is progress. You will never be the same again after listening to this call. Not that what I'm saying and what I'm doing, me, is so powerful. It's because you're changing. You're changing inside. I love to listen to audiobooks, and my wife was asking me, so I gave her my login. She was wanting to buy a book, and she's out in Utah taking care of her 93-year-old dad, and so it's in the middle of nowhere. She's got nothing to do, have almost no cell service. She's got one TV channel. Anyway, she asked me, she said, hey, I found this book on your library. Have you listened to it? It says you completed it. I'm like, I've listened to so many books. I don't know it. I might have listened to it once. I might have listened to it 5 times. But if I finished it, I probably liked it. And I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I read a lot of books. And I am a different person today than I was yesterday, and than I was a year from ago, and 3 years ago, and 10 years ago. I am completely different. The stuff that comes out of my mouth is not because I'm so wise. It's because I put good stuff in there. From the books I listen to and read, the people I hang out with, the people that I listen to, the mentors I listen to, and my choice to progress. And 6 months ago, 3 months ago, when I was down in the dumps and I was ready to hang up my hat on EXP and just say, I'll just collect what I've got, I'm gonna do some different things as well now. But I didn't. You know why? Because I have a dream and a desire to bless the lives of thousands of real estate agents. It's not about me. It's about the people that are waiting for me to affect them, and the same thing is true for you. So to recap, like I started to a minute ago, everything in life is growing. Everything in life is moving and changing. And so are the people out there looking to join EXP. Their decision, their openness, their everything about it is changing. They're getting mad at their broker. They're getting ready. They've heard about EXP. They don't know anything about it. They watched a couple YouTube videos, and all of a sudden, boom, they watch a couple YouTube videos, and you're the one that calls them. You bump into them at the grocery store. You're the one. Why? Because you're progressively moving towards them, even though they don't know that you're doing that. If you don't believe these things are true, then you need to read more books. You need to understand, read the Bible. You need to look at reality, look at life, look at the universe. Everything is progressing to and fro. Everything's progressing, either dying or growing. Nothing is sitting still. If you're sitting still, you're going backwards. I guarantee you. You have to get up, dust yourself off. So what, you've been beat up? So what, you've been let down? So what, you talked to 20 people and nobody joined you? So what, you talked to 100 people and nobody joined you? So what? Quit cursing it. Be grateful that those people didn't join you at that point in time, because they would have been a pain in the butt. And, oh, but I'll take a pain in the butt right now over no butt. Well, that might be true. But down the road, it's not right for you right now, because God's got something better for you. So you need to keep moving forward. We all go through down times. We all go through crap. I look back at when I was coming out of that slump, I look back at how many people I recruited the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and actually I'm ahead of that, of all those years. I've had my best year of recruiting this year. And here I was down on it. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling, XP's expanding. Everybody's getting, some, and I'm not getting mine. Woe is me, blah, blah, blah. Well, wham, wham, wham. And I had to put my big boy pants on, my big girl pants on, and go out there and do what's right for me and my family. And so we all go through down times. It's okay. But I want you to understand, they're out there. There's people out there. There's people out there want you to sell their house. There's people out there that want you to list their house. There's people out there that want you to refer them to EXP. There's people they're out there, because life changes and life is always growing. And the other people out there, they're growing and they're changing to fit a perfect harmony with you, because that's the way it works. The more you have gratitude, the more you advance, the more you believe, the more you have faith. Oh my gosh, faith. The more you act on faith, the more it attracts and draws that substance that created everything in the beginning. So the more you go, the more that's happening, that it's attracting this stuff to you. That is a fact. You've got to understand this. That's how it works. If you don't attract it, if you don't have faith, if you don't have gratitude, if you don't have action, you're not attracting things to you. And you can fix it. Anything in your mind is put there from outside and inside influences. Everything is a computer. I got a brand new computer. When I got it, it was empty. I added stuff to it. There's an operating system in it, but I added stuff to my computer. And I'm changing the stuff inside my head computer, because people say, what's the biggest rejection you ever had in expanding your business, Vincent? What's the hardest thing you ever dealt with? Out of all the people you talked to, what was the worst that ever happened to you? I'm telling you right now, there is nothing as bad as the old 6 inches between my ears. That is my very worst enemy and my greatest asset. And we can change it and grow and build on that. And I hope that you make the choice that you will build on that and get your mindset right and keep moving forward, knowing, having faith that there's people out there that are meant for you and only you. There are people out there that are in perfect harmony with who you are, the personality you are, everything about it, even if they just kind of okay, I'll sign up, and they picked you there's a reason for that. It's not just by chance. It's by design. So go out there, bless somebody today. I hope you continue to be grateful for everything you have. I know for me, every morning I wake up, the first thing I do is have gratitude towards each and every one of you. I have gratitude towards Brent for sharing EXP with me. I have gratitude to my wife, who's the one that told me I needed to do this. It wasn't me. I said, nah, I'm not interested in that. It's just, I'm I'm busy over here. I'm doing this stuff. I had other businesses going. I had to completely change my world to do it, and I'm grateful and gratitude towards that. Now we got revenue share was yesterday, and once again, and I just share this with you of the possibilities, my revenue share for 2 years now, 23 months, has covered my mortgage and my car insurance. And this month, and most of the time it's way more than that. This month it was almost 3 times what I needed to cover my car insurance and my mortgage. Now, granted, I don't have a mortgage like you guys do in San Francisco. My mortgage is $160,000. Okay, it's $1,200 a month, but it's still to have that covered in my car insurance for that long, and that's the only bills that we have besides our life of groceries and electric bills and stuff like that. But that's what I've worked hard. But that's what's available to you, and it could be more. It could be massive. I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what your dreams and goals are. All I know is it's destined for you. You deserve it, and it's out there waiting for you to go get it. God bless you all. Have a blessed Friday. Let me know what I can do to help you. I'm here to help you in every step of the way. Get phone calls with Brent, myself. I've got one scheduled on Monday with a office manager of a Chase International on Monday with Gene Frederick, a Zoom call. So we will line up the people, help you in any way we can. God bless you. Have a blessed Friday. I hope this helps somebody.